Hello, world. It's July 15th, 2026. Welcome to Cyber Briefing, your daily source for all things cybersecurity. We bring you the latest advisories, alerts, incidents, and news every weekday. An emerging zero-day vulnerability in the Cursor code editor on Windows allows immediate, unauthorized code execution simply by opening a project with a malicious git.exe file. While the rapidly expanding ClickFix social engineering scheme tricks users into manually running malicious commands by mimicking everyday system prompts. On the defense and policy front, AI is being heavily integrated to counter these threats, highlighted by the UK's new Cyber Shield and the US's Gold Eagle initiatives, both of which deploy agentic AI to secure critical infrastructure and automate threat detection. Furthermore, Black Duck has upgraded its Coverity SAST tool with AI-assisted triage to drastically reduce false positives in software security testing. Meanwhile, real-world fallout from supply chain vulnerabilities continues to impact major brands, as evidenced by a cyber attack on a third-party IT provider for the supermarket chain Lidl, which exposed the names, phone numbers, and emails of online customers across Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands. This breach underscores the persistent risk of third-party vendors, even as organizations rush to adopt AI-driven defensive measures to keep pace with evolving attacker tactics.
Threat landscape. Cursor Windows code execution flaw. A zero-day vulnerability in Cursor, a popular AI-powered code editor, allows arbitrary code execution on Windows systems when opening a project containing a malicious file named git.exe in the root directory. The flaw executes the file automatically without user consent or warning, granting attackers access to source code, SSH keys, and cloud credentials with the victim's privileges. The vulnerability affects all Windows users of Cursor and persists as long as the project remains open. ClickFix social engineering ecosystem. ClickFix, a social engineering technique that emerged in late 2023, has evolved into a widespread attack ecosystem bypassing traditional security defenses. The method uses fake web pages, disguised as CAPTCHA checks, browser updates, or error messages, to trick users into manually executing malicious commands through Windows Run Dialog or macOS Terminal. Reversing Labs reports the technique.
Incidents and real-world impact. Lidl data breach via third-party IT provider. Lidl confirmed a cyber attack on a third-party IT service provider exposed personal data of online customers in Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands. The compromised data includes names, phone numbers, email addresses, dates of birth, and customer numbers. But Lidl states no evidence suggests passwords, addresses, or payment information were affected. Customers should change passwords immediately, enable multi-factor authentication, and remain vigilant for phishing attempts that may reference their Lidl accounts. Executive risk and cybernomics. Black Duck adds AI triage to Coverity SAST. Black Duck has released AI-powered updates to its Coverity static application security testing tool, adding features designed to reduce false positives in C and C++ code analysis and improve triage accuracy across all supported languages. The update includes an AI-assisted issue triage system, a model context protocol server for AI coding agents, detection of insecure direct object reference flaws in JavaScript and TypeScript, and compliance features aligned with the EU Cyber Resilience Act. Organizations using Coverity can access these capabilities immediately, with the option to run AI features against their own choice of large language model rather than vendor-hosted services. Policy, regulation, and legal signals. UK NCSC unveils AI-powered Cyber Shield initiative. The UK's National Cybersecurity Centre, NCSC, has announced Cyber Shield, a national-scale initiative to deploy agent AI for detecting and responding to cyber threats at machine speed. The program will initially focus on vulnerability identification and threat detection before advancing to automated mitigation and coordinated national response capabilities, addressing the growing use of AI by attackers for reconnaissance and exploitation. Security experts support the initiative, but warn that success depends on strong governance, proper management of AI agents as privileged identities, and addressing foundational security weaknesses like unpatched systems and weak access controls. Career enablement. U.S. launches AI-powered Gold Eagle cybersecurity group. The U.S. government has launched Gold Eagle, a new coordination group that uses AI to identify and respond to cyber vulnerabilities across critical infrastructure. The initiative brings together federal agencies including DHS, Treasury, and the Department of War, with private sector partners to share threat intelligence and coordinate responses. Gold Eagle aims to reduce duplicate security scanning efforts and provide faster vulnerability remediation for both government and private sector systems.